Video. Better. All right, hope everybody's doing well this morning. We're actually going to start on our backs. So, to lie on your back. And once you're there, just let the legs go long and relax. And let's bring our left hand to our heart and our right hand above our navel. And just relax the elbows onto the earth. You may want to gently close the eyes. And just begin to tune in to the present moment. Drawing attention to your breath. Noticing the movement of the body when you inhale. The movement shifting as you exhale. Especially now that we have our hands resting on our body. You might be able to actually tune in a little more than they aren't. Take a moment to notice the physical body, parts of the body, the back body that are making contact with the mat, the earth. Perhaps feeling the air around the front body, the parts of the body that are not making contact with anything. And then draw attention to what's happening in your mind. See if you can bring some focus and stillness there. Draw those senses inward. Pratyahara is one of the limbs, the fifth limb of yoga. And that's where we draw those senses inward. So most of us think of the five senses, but there's a few more than that. But bringing everything into this present moment. And although it's early in the morning, your morning may have differed significantly from mine. So if you feel like you're holding stress or tension somewhere in the body, see if you can release it, let go of it, now that we're drawing awareness to it. And the same can be said for the mind space. If you are not able to come to stillness, find out why or what is going on in your mind, and see if you can let it go, or at least know that you can set it aside and come back to it later. Few more breaths here. Just coming into the present moment. Your next inhale will inhale those arms up and over. Fingernails touch the earth behind your head, and then reach for the wall, whatever it is that may be behind you. Just getting a stretch here in the shoulder girdle, the side body, and release, relax. Gently flex the feet, heels point away from your body, toes move toward the shins. And then just alternate gently here, pointing the toes, flexing the feet, heels, pointing the toes, flex, point, flex, point, and then just relax, release. And then on your next exhale, knees to chest, let the sacrum roll up if it wants to. Relax, release those shoulders, imagine, and not just imagine,
but have those shoulder blades or scapulae making contact with the earth here. And our feet are relaxed. Let's go ahead and do a couple circles with our ankles. Switch directions. Yeah, bring that to a pause. Let the left leg go long against the earth with gentle engagement in that leg, just so that the toes are pointing heavenward. And then bring that bent right knee into the chest. Flex that foot. And imagine that we're gently guiding it, not just to the chest, but just a little bit over toward that right armpit. And again, try to stay relaxed in the shoulder girdle, even though we are using our interlaced fingers around the shin to help guide the knee into the chest. Taking some breath cycles here, noticing sensations. Maybe you have a little bit of a stretch going on in your lower back. Then let the left arm go long out into a T, palm down. As we take that bent right knee out to the right, just opening our hip here. It's a gentle hip opener. Bring that knee back to center. We'll switch so that the right hand goes out into a T, palm down, right arm, right hand. Left hand comes over to gently take hold of that knee, and we twist to the left. So that knee heads over toward the left side of the earth, the right knee. It may not touch the earth, and that's perfectly fine. Try to keep both shoulder blades on the earth. The right shoulder blade may want to roll up. And then that left hand on the right knee or right thigh is just a little bit of weight to assist in this twist. If you'd like, you can turn your head and gaze out over the right fingertips, bringing the neck, the cervical spine into this twist. Couple breaths here. Again, this is a gentle practice this morning. Letting the body wake up. Inhale everything back to center. Let that right leg go long with some engagement as we bend the left knee, bringing it in toward the chest and release the fingers around the shin. Flex that left foot. And again, we are gently guiding that left knee into the chest and just slightly over toward the left arm. Noticing our breath, noticing sensations. Just checking in, has our mind already started to wander off our mat? So reel it back into the present moment. All right, we'll let that right arm go out into a T, palm down as we take that bent left knee out to the left, open that hip up. And you may need to send a little bit of energy into the right hip so that it doesn't roll up. Just dawned on me, since on the other side, my hip didn't feel like it was rolling up, so I didn't even think to cue that. But I did notice that my right hip wanted to roll up a little bit, so that's why the cue popped into my mind. Couple breaths here. Right, inhale that knee back to center so we can switch. Right hand takes hold of that left knee, left hand, left arm goes out to a T, palm down as we twist to the right. And just a reminder, try to keep those shoulder blades grounded. The left one may have a tendency to want to roll up. And you may or may not get that left knee to touch the right earth, right side of the earth. there isn't a goal here other than to twist. And that right hand is just weight. We're not pulling the knee to the earth. And then choose whether or not you want to bring the cervical spine, your neck, into the twist. And as some of you who have been joining classes for a while, probably getting tired of me commenting, but I am just always amazed at the difference in my shoulder girdle, how hard it is for me to turn my head to the left versus to the right, just from all the injuries that I've had. And again, it's something I notice. I don't really beat myself up about it. There's only so much you can do. Great, inhale everything back to center. Let both feet plant hip distance apart. Arms can be out to a T, palms down. On your next exhale, take both knees to the right for a twist. Pull the shoulder blades, stay grounded. And here again, it's up to you. You can turn your head to the left or let the head remain with the eyes gazing up into the heavens. Inhale the knees through center. Exhale, knees to the left, head to the right, if you choose to bring the head. Inhale the knees back to center, head back to center if it isn't already. And then we're just going to lift our feet up off the earth just enough so that our knees are pointing a little bit more toward the heavens. And then we're going to stack or cross our right leg over the left. And then gently reach up for the ankles. And then let your torso come back down. Gently bringing the knees, the thighs, ankles a little closer towards your body. Take a couple breaths here. You may feel some compression in the stomach. And you may feel a little bit of stretching, the gluteals, maybe even one of the hamstrings. And release the feet back down to the earth, uncrossing the leg. Hip distance apart, arms out to a T, palms down, and just a gentle windshield wipering back and forth with the knees. We're not fully twisting here. Bring that movement to a pause, then lift the feet off the earth one more time, and this time the other leg. The left leg crosses over the right. And then reach up, taking hold of the ankles or shins, whatever you can reach. Gently let the torso come back down to the earth, bringing the thighs, knees, ankles toward the body. Looks like it's going to rain today. We have had some glorious days. Not necessarily my mind wandering, other than to bring gratitude into my awareness. And release. Let the feet plant, uncrossing that knee. Heel toe out, just so you have a wider stance with the outer edges of your feet on the edges of your mat. Arms can be out into a T, palms down if you'd like. Or maybe you can even do a passive chest opener, heart opener with your arms and goddess over the cowboy, elbows at shoulder height. And then when you're ready, on your next exhale, take the knees to the right. Try to keep those shoulder blades grounded. And in any of these twists, if you want to bring the head and neck into the twist, you can turn your head over to the left. Basically, your head turns the opposite way from the knees. Inhale through center, exhale, knees to the left, head to the right if you so choose. Inhale everything back to center, knees to chest, let the sacrum roll up, hands on shins, and then just relax. We're not pulling the knees into our chest. I mean, you certainly can if you like. Relax the shoulders. Apanasana, when release. Relax the feet. All right, bring the arms out to a T, palms down, and then we're going to lift the calves, the shins a little bit here, just so that we're at a 90-degree angle. And then when you're ready, we're going to exhale, twisting over to the right, but we're not letting our knees touch the earth. Try to keep those shoulder blades grounded. So chances are your abs are engaged quite a bit more here. Couple breaths here. Inhale through center, exhale, let the knees go over to the left. But again, we're not going all the way over. Keep those shoulder blades grounded. Abs are engaged. Inhale back up. Let the soles of the feet plant hip distance apart. Bring your arms down along your sides. Move your heels a little bit closer toward your buttocks, getting ready for bridge pose. And then we're going to use the strength of our legs, sending energy up our legs to lift our hips. So on your next inhale, lift those hips up. Glutes are engaged, quadriceps are engaged. Imagine you're squeezing a block between those thighs. Once you're there, move your hips away from your ribs away from your hips. Setu Bandhasana. Slowly on your next exhale, begin to bring that bridge down one vertebra at a time from your shoulder girdle to your sacrum. Once the sacrum touches, knees to chest, and then let's bring our hands underneath or behind our knees. And then we're going to rock back and forth on our spine. We'll do it a couple times, not just to get momentum to come up. Let's actually roll back and forth a few times here. And then come on up into a seated posture, Sukhasana, easy seat, happy seat. And then, of course, engage those abs, belly button moves towards spine, spine lengthens, we grow tall in our seat, ears over shoulders, shoulders over hips, shoulders relaxed. Hands either palms up on the knees or palms down. Send some energy into those sit bones, root, ground. Crown of the head moves upward in space, chin gently parallel to the earth. And then just check, are you clenching your jaw? Is your tongue at the roof of your mouth? If it is, gently bring it away. And actually, let's move our lower jaw away from our upper jaw. And then bring it back. A couple deep breaths here. Keeping the shoulders relaxed, gently take your right ear to the right shoulder. We're still lengthening in our spine, our pelvis is relatively even, sit bones rooted. So it's just our head heading over to the right. Now the wrist for our body. Inhale the head to center, exhale chin to chest. More of an arcing out and down as opposed to just dropping our chin into our chest. keeping the chin at the chest. Lift the shoulders up toward the heavens, and then let them release back down. Inhale the head up to center. Exhale, turn the head so you can face the heavens. Inhale the head to center. Exhale, left ear to relax, left shoulder. Again, you can have your eyes closed or open, whatever your preference. Inhale the head to center. All right, we're going to interlace our fingers and then bring that behind your head and then take your chin to your chest. Let the elbows release and come forward. We're not pulling our neck, we're just using this as weight to assist a stretch here. Belly button towards spine. Spine is still lengthening, we're not rounding. Inhale back to center. Release the hands back down toward the earth or your feet. And then one more time, take that right ear to the right shoulder. And then the right hand can come either to the crown of your head, or maybe you can actually get it over to cover the left ear. And then that's just weight to help assist in this stretch. But again, stay rooted in those sit bones, try to keep that pelvis level, and still be lengthening in the spine. Inhale, return to center. And just a comment before we head over to the left. Those of you who joined me yesterday probably noticed we're not wearing, or I'm not wearing the microphone anymore. Hallelujah, we've got it set up so that we don't actually have to use the microphone attached to our body. So I'm very happy about that. So thanks to Brandy and Victoria and for getting it all set up. All right, take the left ear to the relaxed left shoulder. Left hand over the right ear or wherever you can get it. And again, it's just weight, we're not pulling. And release, inhale, and then back to center. And just walk the hands out over those crossed legs. Coming into a forward fold here. Belly button moves towards spine to create space. Head and neck release. Inhale, engage the arms. Exhale, walk the hands back toward the body. Switch the cross up to the legs. And then we're going to do it again. Walk the hands back out, coming into a forward fold. Just noticing different sensations with a different cross in the leg. Inhale, engage the arms. Exhale, walk the hands back in. All right, extend those legs out long. Gentle engagement here. A bit of a version of Dandasana, at least to start. Staff pose, stick pose. So belly button towards spine. Spine is lengthening. We're still rooting in the sit bones. And our legs are trying to, backs of our legs trying to become more clear. So our quadriceps are engaged. So a bit of a 90-degree angle here.
Traditionally, your hands would be down by your sides, fingers pointing forward. But we're not pushing it here. At least not yet. And then when you're ready, you can begin to round the back as you fold forward, walking the hands forward. If you want to take hold of the shins and ankles, or maybe you can grasp your feet or toes and gently pull your body forward, feel free to do so, but you don't have to. Depends on the intensity you want this morning. Belly button towards spine, head and neck release. You are using this leverage or gently pulling. Imagine that you're trying to move the crown of your head toward your toes. Inhale, bring your torso back up. Exhale, walk the hands back in. All right, cross the right ankle on top of the left. And then if you're ready, fold forward. I'm really feeling this in my left calf and my left hamstring. Inhale, let the torso rise. Exhale, hands walk in. And then we'll switch. So now the left ankle crosses on top of the right. Walk the hands forward. Pull. Those feet are still flexed. You have some engagement here. Inhale, torso rises. Exhale, hands walk back in. Uncross the ankles and actually come out to a straddle. So a little bit of a wide leg stance here. And then we're just gently twisting to the right. We do have engagement, toes pointing up into the heavens. Move through center, twist to the left. Back to center. Pull it forward, walking the hands forward. You may or may not get very deep or far, and that's perfectly fine. Head and neck release. And then you might also experiment with engagement, like actually bringing those legs down to the earth. So a lot of times you'll notice when you start to relax, you get some space underneath the knees. See if you can try and get rid of that space. And then just alternate. If that's too much, don't worry about it and let there be some space between the knees or underneath. All right, walk the hands back in. All right, we're going to come into a little bit of a side bend. So I'd like you to try and get your right elbow toward your right knee beside it, and let the forearm rest with the palm facing up. And then we're going to just inhale that left arm up and over, palm faces the earth. And it's up to you if you want to try and reach for your toes, feel free to do so. But when you do, imagine that you're trying to open or rotate your chest upward. So we're not folding down toward the earth. So you choose where you want to be in this. I'm going to just be bending to the left and reaching toward the right. Couple breaths here. Inhale that arm back up. Exhale. Release. All right, so switch. So now we're going to bring that left elbow to be beside our left knee. Palm faces up. And then we're going to do the same on this side. Now, for those of you, most of you know, my shoulder is messed up. So I have to help my arm over. So I'm going to look different than what I'm cueing. So when you're ready, inhale that right arm up to the left, bending to the left. And then you choose where you want to be in this. If you want to reach for those toes and rotate your rib cage up toward the heavens, more power to you. Or just be bending to the left and reaching with the hand to the right. Remember that the legs have engagement. Toes are pointing upward into the heavens. Inhale. Exhale. Bring the knees together. Soles of the feet touch, Baddha Konasana. Heels try to get as close to the pelvis as possible. The bind, you can do peace fingers, thumbs around the big toe. Engage those arms, or just bring your hands to the tops of your feet and ankles. And then again, engage those arms. Imagine that you're trying to get your heart, your chest through those arms. Shoulder blades move towards your back. We're lengthening our spine. Knees heading to the earth just on their own accord. Couple deep breaths here. Release the bind, interlace the fingers, palms face forward. Inhale the arms up, biceps bring the ears. It might feel a little different. My knees actually came up away from the earth so that I can keep myself balanced with my spine lengthened in this particular movement. Release the interlace, bring it behind your back, interlace the fingers, try to get the palms to seal or touch one another, and then shoulder blades move towards one another. If you would like, since your chances are your knuckles are already on the earth, you could gently push into the earth. You might create a little bit of space back in your lumbar curve. Gently move the knees to the earth, but you know your knees better than I do, so be careful. Release that interlace. Walk the hands forward, coming into a forward fold over this bound angle. Belly button towards the spine to create space. Head and neck release. Inhale, engage the arms. Exhale, walk the hands back toward the body. Cross the legs, just so that we can roll over them, coming into tabletop. Knees under hips, hip distance apart. Wrists under shoulders, shoulder distance apart, or slightly in front. And of course, you can always do fists to work on this. All right, let's send that right leg back, right foot back, the toes touch the earth, curl. Belly button moves towards spine. We have some strength and some stability in our shoulder girdle. Get a stretch in that back leg, the calf, the hamstrings. You might feel it up in your glutes. I don't particularly. Inhale to table. Exhale, left leg goes back. Toes touch and curl. Trying to get a stretch here. Keep that heel moving toward the earth. Inhale back to table. We're going to do thread the needle. So we'll inhale that left arm up. And we'll exhale it underneath our body and through, bringing the side up, the left side of our head to the earth. And then once you're there, it's up to you. You can extend that right arm forward. You can also bring it behind your back, or maybe you try to bind by taking hold of your left thumb. Regardless, wherever you are, gently push the left arm into the earth to help rotate your rib cage up toward the heavens.
if you took a bind, bring that back, bring the hand back toward your face so that you can push into it, inhaling the left arm up and back down. All right, inhale the right arm up. Exhale, bring it underneath the body, coming into thread the needle on this side. You can extend that arm, left arm forward, or you can bring it behind your back, or again, try to bind by taking hold of the right thigh. And then push the right arm into the earth to help rotate your rib cage up toward the heavens. And we'll release that bind if you chose to bind. Bring the left hand by your face so that you can push up, bringing the right arm back up, and then you're in table. Curl the toes under, exhale into down dog, that inverted V. We're sending energy up the arms to move our torso toward our hips. Backs of the legs fully engaged, trying to get to the wall behind you. Walk the feet and hands together, coming into forward fold, Uttasana. You can have a deep bend of the knees, slight bend of the knees. Maybe you have your legs fully engaged here. Grasp opposite elbows, hanging in what we call ragdoll. Couple breaths here. Release elbows, put a deep bend in the knees. See if you can actually rest your chest on the tops of your thighs. And then send energy up through the legs as we inhale it, coming up all the way. Exhale, hands to heart. All right, shake it out. We're going to try some balances here. We did do mountain pose just now, but I think most everyone's familiar with our mountain pose. I think I noticed maybe one or two names this morning that we haven't seen before. So perhaps just a quick version of mountain. Sorry. Big toes touch. Imagine that you're pointing your coccyx, your tailbone, directly to the earth. That's a slight tilt in the spine, or pelvis, sorry. Belly button moves towards spine. Spine lengthens and extends. Our shoulders are relaxed. Crown of the head is also trying to get into the ceiling. Another version, which is a little more stable, especially when we're going to do balance poses, which is what we're about to do, is Samastiti. It's just a different version of mountain pose, Tadasana. So it's just the feet move apart, so you're more stable. Okay. All right. So find. Find stability and strength in the left leg, left foot. Root down, send energy down. Find a focal point or a drishti, which is the Sanskrit word, just so that you're not going to be distracted. Hands can be where they want for you, by your sides, prayer, at the hips. I'm going to add something to this balance pose that I normally start with. So your drishti is going to move, your focal point is going to move at some point. So just realize that. And at some point we won't be in mountain pose. All right. So when you are ready, when you think you have stability and strength, bring the right foot on top of the left foot. Right heel touches left shin. So this is a strength and balance pose. You can stay here or interlace your fingers behind your back. Draw your shoulder blades towards one another. And then when you're ready, you're going to round, coming into a forward fold. Let the interlaced fingers lift up toward the heavens, or perhaps even come around as if they were going to touch the earth in front of your head. Ooh, a little much for this morning. Gently inhale the torso and arms back and up and over, and release. All right, shake it out if you need to. And then we'll move to the other side. So find that moment of mountain pose or Samastiti, Tadasana, Samastiti. Root down, find strength, stability in that right leg, right foot. Find focus, narrow your focus so you're not going to be distracted, either by things in the room or your thoughts. And when you're ready, left foot comes on top of right, left heel touches right shin. Stay here if you like. This is enough. Or interlace your fingers behind your back, draw your shoulder blades toward your spine. Stay here. Or begin to round and fold, choosing where you want those interlaced fingers to go. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, release. Shake it out. And as you know, balance changes moment from moment. Sometimes we're feeling pretty good and we're well balanced, and other times we are not balanced at all. And it changes too. You might be balanced on one side versus the other. Sort of the analogy here is usually if you can't find balance in the class on your mat, chances are you're out of balance outside of the classroom, outside of it, and off the mat. And it's also an ego practice because, you know, it's one of those things where a lot of times you can't get your balance and you start beating yourself up, and that's part of the practice here is not doing that. Letting go. Realizing, okay, you know what, it's not so good today, but it might be better tomorrow. So again, just something to keep in your mind that, you know, yoga is judgment free. We just are aware of things physically and mentally. All right, so we're going to move back down toward the earth. So let's come into traditional mountain pose where the big toes are touching. Find that, lengthen the spine. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, swan dive down into a forward fold. Inhale up into a half lift at 90-degree angle. Exhale back down to the forward fold. Plant the hands. Right foot goes back, left foot goes back. Come into plank. So in plank, you're in a straight line, it's just diagonal. Belly button moves towards spine. Heels try to get to the earth. Couple breaths here, strength. Let the knees come to the earth, and then bring that right foot in between the hands. When you're ready, inhale the arms up. Exhale, open, twist to the left. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, closed twist to the right. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, hands down. Right foot goes back, left foot comes forward. Find your stability, find your strength. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, twist to your left. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, twist to your right. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, hands to the mat. Left foot goes back. Cross your ankles. Walk the hands back toward your body so that you come into a cross-legged posture. Just so you can extend your legs. And then come to lying on your back. Once you're there, let the knees come into the chest. Sacrum rolls up if it feels like it. Shoulder blades making contact with the earth. Relax your shoulder girdle. Couple breaths here. All right, let the soles of the feet plant. Arms can be out into a T, palms down. Bring the right ankle on top of the left thigh. Pick your core, flex that foot. And then gently move that right knee away from your body or toward the front of your mat. And release, let that right ankle come back down, right foot. And then bring the left ankle on top of the right thigh, flex the foot. Move the left knee gently forward or away from your body. And release, knees to chest. And then bring the soles of your feet together. This is Baddha Konasana, that bound ankle pose that we're usually doing from a seated posture or with our legs on the earth. But this time we're doing it with our legs in the air somewhat. You might want to be holding the tops of your feet. We're going to just do a little movement here. So each finger thumb around the big right toe, and then extend that right leg out. And a little bit of a straddle here. Bring that back in. Left piece finger thumb around the left big toe. Take that leg out. So straddle. All right, bring that back in, and then of course, both legs go out. We're in that straddle. Gently bring the legs back towards one another, but cross the right knee, right leg over the left, like we did when we were starting. Reach up for the ankles, shins, lie the torso back down, bringing those knees, thighs, ankles back toward the body. Gently release the legs, but extend them long up toward the heavens. Flex the feet. And then bend the knees, bring the left on top of the right. Reach up for those ankles, shins, and then let the torso come back down, bringing the knees, thighs, ankles toward the body. And release, let the legs go long up toward the heavens, flex the feet. And then gently begin to bring those legs down to the earth. And then relax, release. All right, we're going to get ready to come into your version of Shavasana, final resting. Now, we don't video that part, but I fully encourage you to do Shavasana, that final resting posture where you are bringing absolute focus, one-pointed focus into your mind for 10 to 15 minutes. Your mind will wander. You become aware of when it has wandered, and you reel it back in. And you might have to do that many, many times during that time frame. But that is part of the yogic practice, is controlling your thoughts. So, for intent and purpose of this video, I'm going to go ahead and close the practice. But again, if you can do the 10 to 15 minute traditional Shavasana, please do so. All right. So I'm bringing my hands into Anjali Mudra or Atmanjali Mudra, prayer hands. My thumbs are touching my sternum, which, if you subscribe to the subtle body philosophy, is the general location of your Anahata chakra, or heart energy center, where it is believed that the physical, causal, and astral bodies intermingle. Remember that we're all connected,
also connected to people that we don't know and that we will never meet in this lifetime. We're connected to the planet that we are on. Its mountains, its oceans, its plants, its animals. We're connected to our moon and sun. We are connected to the galaxies. In some way of looking at things, we are the universe, aware of itself. The divine in me recognizes and is inspired by the divine in you. Namaste. All right, folks, have a great weekend, great Sunday, and a great week. Thanks for joining.